Howdy, howdy there, folks. Howdy. I got my glass of milk for the evening. How are you folks doing tonight? Yes, it's true. I have a card collection that I've had my whole life. It's actually my oldest brother's card collection that he got when he was a kid. And he kind of, over the years, as he became an adult and became a priest, he kind of nonchalantly handed it down to me in a way. In a way, he kind of like abandoned it, and it just fell upon me. And so I've always kept it, and I don't plan on selling them ever. This is like, you know what I'm saying? This is like from my childhood, so definitely not going to sell them. So let's go over them, shall we? Do a little bit of show and tell. Thank you for joining me. My name's Lasso, for those who don't know, joining us for the first time. Welcome to Lasso's Passions. I'm Oklahoma's India tour. So yeah, you got lots of cards to go through here. And what I plan on doing is probably just going one by one, just kind of pull them out. Some of them are not in the best conditions, but some are. So what I like about them is that they have like their strengths in the back. Maybe you can see that. Maybe I should flip the camera over, huh? Let's do that. Let's flip the camera over, and I'll just kind of talk about them. But check out this guy. Have you heard of this guy? I've never heard of this guy. Quasar. Quasar. That's his name. Let's see. Let's take a good look here at Quasar. 1991. Pretty interesting. Let's check out his powers, shall we? Strength. Wow, super weak. His speed is like through the charts, though. Agility, stamina, durability, intelligence. He's not very smart, huh? His real name is Wendell Vaughn. Group affiliation, Avengers. Height, he's 6 feet tall. Wow, 210 pounds. First appearance, Captain America, number 217, December 1978. I mean, we don't have to read all of it, but it says right here, did you know, before his encounter with Eon, Wendell Vaughn was an agent of the spy organization known as S.H.I.E.L.D.? Really interesting. Huh. So maybe this is a character that may come out of S.H.I.E.L.D. Who knows? But it's funny about all the shows and X-Men movies. They have like a huge catalog of characters they can do. That's Quasar. Let's go over here and check out this one. This one looks pretty familiar. Kinda. His name is Thing. Thing. Interesting. Let's check out his powers. Oh, he's pretty strong. Strong. Compared to this guy. Look, this guy is like super speed, but he's kind of weak in other areas, like strength. Pretty weak, Sauce. But this guy, look at his strength. Through the roof. Speed, agility, stamina, durability, intelligence. He's a little smarter than the other guy. His real name is Ben Grimm. Let's see, group affiliation, Fantastic Four, 500 pounds, dang. First appearance, Fantastic Four #1, November 1961. Did you know before he became the Thing, Ben Grimm was a top test pilot and astronaut? That's interesting. So look at that. We got the Thing. It looks like rocks, doesn't he? All right, let's put these back, shall we? And I like how they're numbered. Oh, is it number 3? Number 3. That's like number 49. Interesting. Let's go over here and check out some more of these cards, shall we? Let's pull these out. See what we got here. Ooh, this is a good one. He's always been my favorite ever since I was a kid. He was always my favorite of all the characters. And look at his abilities. Pretty high up. Their intelligence is high up there. So yeah, Iron Man. Iron Man. Look at that. 1991 card. Iron Man. Pretty sweet. Strength is way up there. Speed is way up there. Agility, stamina. That's probably why I liked him, just because he was so powerful. Group affiliation, Avengers, 6-1. First appearance, Tales of Suspense, number 39, March 1963. Did you know? To cover for Iron Man's many appearances at his industrial plants, Tony Stark gave Iron Man a job as his bodyguard. Interesting. That's kind of interesting. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Let's check out this other card. What is that? Firestar? Interesting, interesting. Firestar. I remember when I was looking at these cards and looking at like the female characters, I was always attracted to the female character. I was always like, dang, she got quite the body. She's kind of weak sauce though. Strength is really low. Speed, agility, stamina, pretty low. Group affiliation, the New Warriors. She's 5'1". First appearance, X-Men, number 193, May 1985. Did you know, for a time, Firestar was a pupil of the X-Men's arch enemy, the White Queen. So I guess she was kind of a bad guy there for a minute. Interesting. She's really weak sauce though. Not a big look at that though. Freaking Iron Man's like through the roof. All right, let's put these back, shall we? Let's pull out another two cards here. We have Phoenix. Phoenix made an appearance on the X-Men movies. Who do we have here? This guy looks diabolical. Oh yeah, Deathlock. Yeah, yeah. I remember having a little figurine of Deathlock when I was little. Interesting. Deathlock. He looks very villainous, doesn't he? Let's check him out. Let's check him out here. Ooh, look at that. Strength. Pretty tough. Speed, agility, stamina, durability, intelligence. Pretty up there. Pretty on par with Iron Man. Height 7'2". Holy moly. 825 pounds. That's insane. Did you know Deathlock cannot eat ordinary food? He must consume a special liquid protein formula to survive. I didn't know that. Look at that. Interesting. Deathlock. He'd be a good character for a movie. Phoenix. We've already seen her in the X-Men series, the X-Men movies. Look at that, 1991. This is for reals. I've had these forever. Well, she's got pretty high speed there, stamina and durability. Her strength is really low, though. Her real name is Rachel Summers. And she is, did you know, the future world that Phoenix fled is only one of many possible futures and seems to be an alternate reality to our own. Interesting. Interesting. Some kind of alternate universe thing going on with Phoenix. So let's put these back and try to do this one-handed. It's kind of difficult, but I think I can get it. Can I? I might need to put the phone down for a second. I don't know. This is kind of difficult. Let me put it down for a sec. So yeah, pretty interesting so far. I got some more cards here. I'm gonna pop these in here real quick. I got to use two hands. I'm not that slick. Man, these are difficult to get in there. It's the top ones. The top ones are difficult. The ones in the middle are a little bit easier. All right, let's go to the next two cards. We got let me switch these around. Ooh, we got some good ones here. We got Captain America. That's a good one. Captain America. Look at that. Over here we have Beast. Pretty sweet. Let's see what Beast's powers are like. He's pretty up there. Strength, speed, agility's way up there. Stamina, intelligence. Real name, Henry McCoy. Did you know the Beast can write with both hands simultaneously and untie complex knots with his feet? Ooh, pretty skilled individual there. Beast made an appearance on the X-Men movies, that's for sure. And then we got Captain America. Pretty badass. I was always a big fan of Captain America. Oh, look at that. He's not as it looks like somebody made a little mark there. Interesting. Not as powerful as Iron Man. At least like there's some parts where his agility seems pretty high. Did you know Cap is the only mortal human ever to lift? I don't know who that is. Mjolnir, the mystic hammer of Thor. The only mortal human ever to lift the mystic hammer of Thor. I didn't know that. I didn't know Captain America actually lifted Thor's hammer. That's something to know there. Let me put these down for a sec. Put the phone here for a sec because I got to readjust these cards. The next one is Thor. We got Thor coming up. Hold on, just 1 second. Let me get these positioned. Pull these out here. We got some cards here. We got Thor and Sasquatch. Interesting. Let me flip the camera over. Thor, look at that, pretty badass. I wonder if any of these cards are actually worth anything. I mean, they're not in the best conditions. Some are pretty close, but they've been pulled out a lot and played with a lot. Let's see, Sasquatch. Real name Walter. What is that? Langowski. His strength is way up there, though. That's really interesting. He's got a really high strength there. Did you know? For a time, Sasquatch was a woman when his soul inhabited the body of his female alpha flight teammate, Snowbird. That's bizarre. That's really bizarre. Thor. Here we go. We got Thor here. Pretty badass. I always liked Thor. Dang! His strength is like through the charts. His speed is through the charts. Agility, stamina, durability, intelligence kind of low. It's kind of funny. His real name is Eric Masterson. Eric Masterson is the first mortal to be given the powers of an Asgardian god. Interesting. Interesting. Let's kind of fix these here for a second before we continue on. So it's kind of interesting. Like as kids, I guess we made like pencil marks to compare other powers, and we would play games. But I guess that kind of, we didn't know any better. I guess that kind of devalues the card a little bit, doesn't it? Let me put these back in here. Pull out some more cards. This guy is interesting looking. Ooh, we got Ghost Rider. Look at that. That's pretty badass. I always liked Ghost Rider. We have this guy named Union Jack. No idea. There's a possible, future movie about him probably or show or whatever. Let's just check out who this Union Jack guy is. Looks like it's been signed. Well, it comes with the drawing, but it looks like it's part of the drawing. It's kind of interesting. The artist did a signature there. Let's check it out here. Back, he's pretty strong. His speed, agility, stamina is pretty up there. Durability. He's 5'11". First appearance, Captain America, number 254, February 1981. Did you know the current Union Jack's first battle was against the very creature that crippled and ended the career of the original Union Jack? What? So there was another Union Jack, and then there's a second one. That's kind of bizarre. I'm not sure what the story is there. Let's check out Ghost Rider. I've always loved Ghost Rider. He's such a cool character. Can't believe they actually made a movie with Nicolas Cage. I find that hilarious. His powers are kind of low, but let's see. What is his real name is Dan Ketch. Did you know Ghost Rider can ride his flaming motorcycle straight up the sides of buildings? Yeah, I think I knew that. I think they do that in the movie. I think. I don't know. But interesting there. Let's go ahead and put these back in their slots. Shall we? Carefully. It's kind of hard to do it one-handed. Then we have, who do we have here? We have Quicksilver. Interesting. Quicksilver and Iron Fist. Interesting. Quicksilver. Is he part of the Fantastic Four group? He's part of the group affiliation Avenger. His strength is so low though. Look at that. What a weak ass mother effer. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. Let's see. His real name is Pietro Maximoff. Quicksilver's sister is the heroine known as the Scarlet Witch, and their father is the evil mutant known as Magneto. What? His father is Magneto? Holy crap. I didn't know Magneto had a son. Interesting. This guy, look at this corner. It's kind of a little bent there. They're not in the best conditions, but when we were kids, we'd play with them all the time. Iron Fist. Real name is Danny Rand. Who is he known for? Did you know Iron Fist was once the partner of the hero named Luke Cage, also known as Power Man? I have no idea who Power Man is. So Iron Fist, no idea who that is. But yeah, it's interesting about Quicksilver. He's Magneto's son. Did you know that? I didn't know that. We got Spider-Man. Spider-Man in the house. Who else we got here? We got Mr. Fantastic. Look at that. He's got like a freaking crazy gun. So let's just check out Mr. Fantastic here. Strength is so low. His intelligence is like through the roof though. Dang, that's crazy. He might be one of the smartest characters we've pulled out. Did you know? So his real name is Reed Richards. Reed and his arch enemy Doctor Doom attended the same college. Huh, that's funny. They had a lot of time attending college as superheroes. Oh, that's backwards. Spider-Man is, I mean, it's upside down. That's how it is. I like the black. The black and red versus like the red and blue. That's pretty slick with the black. Spider-Man, known as Peter Parker. Did you know Peter's parents, Richard and Mary Parker, were U.S. government agents killed by the villainous Red Skull? I didn't know they were government agents. They were U.S. government agents? Huh. Go figure. Go figure. I did not know that. All right, let's put these up. There's one more on this front page here. I'll try to do as carefully as possible. We have Nightcrawler, who made an appearance in the X-Men movies. And this other character here, kind of interesting. Probably a bad guy. Death's Head. Death's Head. It looks pretty baller. Pretty strong. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, his strength is way up there. Speed, agility. Did you know Death's Head actually owns a pet pet vulture? Admittedly, but he rather seems to like it. His real name is Death's Head. Okay. Here we have Nightcrawler. A little damage there on the card a little bit. Nightcrawler. Yeah, he made an appearance in X-Men. Strength, agility. It's pretty way up there. Group affiliation, Excalibur. Did you know Nightcrawler is a masterful fencer who can duel adroitly with his tail? Yeah, I think they they did that in the movie. All right, let's put these back in here. Let's turn the page and see what else we got here. These are a bit different. They're more like just, they're not like these. They're a little bit different. It's kind of interesting. They're just straight up like just drawings, you know. I don't know who that is. Who's this guy? No idea. Is there backs to them? Let me that looks like the guy with the big head there. All right, let's pull these out, shall we? Jubilee. So this is the McFarlane era Spider-Man. These are our Spider-Man collection here. Those ones that were like drawings. Let's pull these out. They're a bit more interesting. Jubilee, interesting outfit. Oh wow, she's weak sauce. Her name is Jubilation Lee. Did you know Jubilee once practically single-handedly thwarted the Reavers, the band of cyborg killers that almost destroyed the X-Men? Wow, well, good job. Good job, Jubilee. I mean, we could read the rest of it, but I don't know. She's got amazing acrobatic prowess and the power to create plasmoids of colorful light. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Let's put her back in her spot. I always like this character too, just from the drawing, you know. Human Torch. I think he's in the Fantastic Four movies. Yeah, group affiliation, Fantastic Four. Real name is Johnny Storm. He's got some durability, some stamina. Did you know Johnny is a brilliant race car driver, mechanic, and automobile designer? Did not know that. Very interesting. Did not know that he was racing cars. Look at that. Pretty sweet Spider-Man. Let's put these back, shall we? We got Dark Phoenix. So a little different from just regular Phoenix. We have the Dark Phoenix. These are kind of hard to get underneath there. There. Interesting. Dark Phoenix. Legends. Oh man. Her power is through the roof. Her speed is through the roof. Holy cow. Pretty amazing powers. Her real name, inapplicable. Did you know the real Jean Grey is alive and well, and as Marvel Girl is a member of X Factor? It's said that absolute power corrupts absolutely, and never was it more true than with Dark Phoenix. The Phoenix Force, a cosmic entity, had taken human form, that of X-Men Jean Grey, accessing infinite telepathic and telekinetic powers. But though at first she used those powers for good, soon they overwhelmed her. She went mad, destroying an entire star system and billions of lives. Wow, she killed billions of lives. Phoenix reasserted her human side just long enough to her to commit suicide so that she could never hurt anyone again. Crazy. Is that how it goes in the X-Men movies? Does Dark Phoenix kill herself? Uh-oh, forgot to put one back. Wait, where's that one empty? Maybe it's just empty. Let me see. Did I forget one? No, it's just empty. Or did I? I don't know. Let's check out this one. Pretty hot. Pretty hot. Psylocke? Psylocke? Not sure who that is. Oh, pretty low with stuff. Her real name is Betsy Braddock. She's group affiliation is X-Men. Did you know Psylocke's twin brother Brian is better known as Captain Britain? Hey, there's a Captain Britain. I have no idea. The super strong member of the British superhero group Excalibur. That's pretty interesting. What happens when evil ninjas capture a telepathic British lady, temper with her mind, train her as a deadly fighter, and mystically alter her race to make her Asian? What? You end up with one tough customer. Psylocke eventually freed herself from her captors and rejoined the X-Men. Now her formidable mutant powers, from reading minds and projecting mental illusions to scrambling brains with her psychic knife, are cutting a swath through the ranks of even the toughest villains. We got Daredevil. That's fun. Did I accidentally double up one of these? I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like I did. Let's put you here, shall we? Human Torch. There we go. Daredevil. Let's check out Daredevil. Daredevil. I thought he had a pretty cool little costume there. Let's see, he's probably weak. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, he's pretty weak sauce. He's got some good agility and stamina. Did you know Daredevil's taste buds are so acute, he can identify every ingredient of anything he eats or drinks? His real name is Matt Murdock. Pretty smart, pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So I had no idea he was like blind until I saw the movie. Adam Warlock. This guy looks like he's from a different planet. Let me see if I can pull this out. Adam Warlock. Boom. Look at that guy. He's got a huge eyeball for a head. Adam Warlock. Let's see what he's got going on. Dang, he's got some serious speed through the roof. Stamina, durability, intelligence, strength, way up there. Did you know before he adopted the name he now bears, Adam Warlock was known as only as him? Created to be the perfect warrior by a group of evil scientists called the Enclave, Adam Warlock was gifted with superhuman strength, superior intelligence, and awesome cosmic powers. Seeing that his creators were corrupt, he ended their plans of conquest and then left Earth to find a purpose for his existence among the stars. Interesting. We got another Ghost Rider, but this is original Ghost Rider. Pretty interesting. I'm not sure what the difference is there between Ghost Rider and original Ghost Rider, but maybe it'll tell us. But pretty sweet, pretty sweet. I've always liked this character. His powers are pretty up there. His durability. Johnny Blaze. Oh, interesting. So this must be the original Ghost Rider where they, because the other Ghost Rider card had a different name. It's kind of interesting. So why is this? So did the? I guess there's a lot of Ghost Riders. I don't know. Did you know when not riding his flaming motorcycle as Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze was a motorcycle stunt driver for a circus? Yeah, because of the movie. Yeah. In a bargain with Lord of Evil, Mephisto, to save his foster father's life, Johnny Blaze almost lost his soul. Instead, his essence was bonded to a powerful foul demon, and Johnny gained the horrifying power of the Ghost Rider. Only Johnny's inner goodness allowed him to transform into Ghost Rider and use the skull faced being's strength and soul fire to take vengeance on evildoers and defend the innocent. Eventually, Misfito freed Blaze of the demon and allowed him to lead a normal life again. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was set free from this curse. So that's why he's the original Ghost Rider, and that's why there's another Ghost Rider, a different Ghost Rider. Pretty interesting. Here we have some. These are just like they're different cars, but we have Wolverine. Pretty interesting. I'm not sure who that is, but these are some pretty sick drawings. Wendigo, Spider-Man, Spider-Man fighting Wolverine or something. I don't know. Pretty interesting. Here we got. Oh, skipped a page. Silver Sable. Interesting. Interesting. She's wearing some pretty slick hot pants there. Silver Sable. What is she all about? Just kind of weak sauce. Group affiliation, Wild Pack. Did you know Silver Sable is a citizen of the small country of Simcaria, and her company is Simcaria's chief outside source of revenue? As deadly as she is beautiful, Silver Sable is the leader of Silver Sable International, an organization that, for a price, tracks and captures wanted criminals all over the world. Rich, elegant, and ruthless, she as she is as irresistible in social situations as she is successful in business. She's employed a number of superheroes to help her capture the more dangerous criminals, but she would never knowingly risk the life and associate in order to complete a job. For Silver Sable, friendship is more important than money. Oh, pretty cool. She could make a really cool character. Let me slip this back in here. Who do we have here? Rogue. We got Rogue. Interesting. Pretty hot. Whoa, she's pretty powerful. Her real name is unknown. Group affiliation X-Men. Did you know Rogue's controversial past includes a criminal career under the wing of her shape-shifting foster mother, Mystique. Whoa, pretty interesting. In a way, Rogue is two women in one, and both of them are bad news to bad guys. She's got all the powers of the former Miss Marvel, super strength, invulnerability, the ability to fly, plus her natural mutant ability to absorb the minds and powers of others. Skin to skin contact triggers the transfer, which leaves the victim in a coma. And though the effects are usually temporary, if Rogue touches someone for too long, as she did with Miss Marvel, she could be stuck with her powers and memories forever. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. We got the Let's slip this back in there. We have the silver. Oh, it's Vision. I thought it was a Silver Surfer there for a second. What is this Vision guy? He's got a bullet going through his body. Oh, Vision. He's got the weird emerald on in his forehead. I think he was in the X-Men, wasn't he? Victor Shade. Did you know the jewel on the Vision's forehead is a battery which absorbs the solar energy that powers him? An android program with the brain patterns of a murdered man. The Vision was originally created by the evil robot called Ultron as part of a plan to destroy the superhero team known as the Avengers. Recognizing the nobility of those he was sent to destroy, the Vision betrayed his evil master and joined forces with the Adventures against Ultron. Since then, he has used his eerie power of passing through solid matter, his ability to increase his molecular density, and his computer like mind alongside the Adventures in their battle against evil. Pretty sweet. We got this guy named Puck. That's hilarious. Who the heck is Puck? Probably a very underrated character. Let's see what he's got going on here. Card's a little bent. Real name Eugene Judd, or Jude or Judd. Did you know Puck is a highly accomplished bullfighter? That's funny. Cut down to his present size by the magical Black Blade of Baghdad, this small, slow to age adventurer with the acrobat fighting style can cartwheel into combat with the force of a cannonball. How tall? He's only 3'6"? What? He's only 3 feet tall. He's only 4 feet tall. That's crazy to me. He's pretty short. He's under 4 feet. He's 3'6". That's insane to me. He's such a kind of tiny little guy. He can cartwheel combat with the force of a cannonball. Truly a mighty might. Puck possesses superhuman strength due to his dense molecular structure combined with his expert acrobatic skill. Puck more than measures up as a member of the superhero group Alpha Fight. That's hilarious. He's just this like 3'6" tall, 3'6" guy. That's funny. I mean, Puck makes sense. Uh-oh. Little corner's getting bent there. This car has kind of been through it, hasn't it? Let me see if I can fix it real quick. Let me put this here for a second, and I want to make sure this gets properly in there because the corner is kind of bent. I mean, like I said, we used to play with these cars as kids, so they're not necessarily in the best conditions. Ooh, what we got here? Doctor Strange. Didn't they make a movie? I don't think I've seen the Doctor Strange movies. I don't know if there's more than one. Ugh, I can't get my fingernail in there. Okay. Doctor Strange. Look at him. Let's see what he can do. He's got some. His strength is really low. That's hilarious. He's not the most powerful guy around. Did you know Doctor Strange can remain in an what does it say? Intangible state of astral projection for up to 24 hours. Stephen Strange, the gifted disciple of a legendary Tibetan miracle worker known as the Ancient One, ex-surgeon Stephen Strange has mastered the mystic arts and ascended to the throne of Earth's Sorcerer Supreme. This memorizing magician employs a vast vocabulary of incantations to wage occult war against the ever grasping dark forces of evil, whether it's by weaving powerful and arcane spells or bringing the divide between weird, wild, and wondrous dimensions. When villainy is afoot, the good doctor can be counted on to come conjure and conquer. This other guy looks pretty interesting. Night Thrasher. Interesting. I'm not too familiar with Night Thrasher. Come on, slip out. I can't get it. No. Those things are so tight. There we go. What we got here? Night Thrasher. Pretty interesting there. 1991. Superheroes. Yeah, he's kind of weak sauce. Real name is Dwayne Taylor from the group affiliation New Warriors. Did you know Night Thrasher formed and now leads the team of young heroes called the New Warriors? After Dwayne Taylor's parents were murdered by criminals, he devoted his life to transforming himself into a living weapon against crime. Now, having spent years learning the martial arts and developing himself to the peak of physical perfection, he's taken his war to the streets, clad in bulletproof armor and outfitted with a variety of weapons, including his specialized skateboard. He is perhaps the most fearless in a new generation of superheroes. He's got a skateboard. He's kind of like dressed as a ninja. Got some interesting weapons there. He's got a skateboard. It's funny. This guy looks cool. Havoc, pretty interesting. Let's see. Uh, it's just really difficult to do this one-handed. There we go. Havoc. He looks pretty cool. He's kind of weak sauce though. Look at his strength. Real name Alex Summers. Did you know Havoc is immune to the optic blast of his older brother Cyclops? What? So this is Cyclops' younger brother? That's crazy. I didn't know that. Havoc. Pretty interesting. So Cyclops, just as Psyche is unaffected by Havoc's plasma blast. Few human beings wield as much destructive power as the X-Men named Havoc. His mutant biochemistry constantly metabolizes ambient cosmic radiation, storing up the energy for release as plasma blast or incredible force. His costume's chest display reflects the energy buildup in his body, helping him control his power. No small feat for someone who can level a skyscraper. He's not called Havoc for nothing. Yeah, okay. Okay. Pretty cool. So this is Cyclops' younger brother. Pretty interesting. Let's get you back in there. Look at this guy. Wonder Man. Like Wonder Woman, but Wonder Man. Wonder Man. Interesting. Whoa, he's super strong. He's got super stamina through the roof, through the charts. What does he say about him? Did you know Wonder Man is the younger brother of Eric Williams, also known as the fiendish Grim Reaper? Uh-huh. Enlisted by the arch-villain Baron Zemo as part of a plot against the super team known as the Avengers, Simon Williams was given superhuman strength and invulnerability. He then adopted the identity of Wonder Man and applied for and received membership in the Avengers. Although Zemo's scheme called for Wonder Man to betray the Avengers, he soon had a change of heart and appeared to sacrifice his own life to defeat Zemo's plan. Years later, however, he was revived, more powerful than ever, and rejoined the Avengers with full honors. Interesting character. Pretty interesting character. He seems like a really strong, pretty strong character. There's a lot of these characters that were made by villains that turned good. I think that's pretty interesting. Megan, just like a regular name. That's hilarious. Oh, let's pull out two cards this time. We got Megan. That's a really funny name. It's just a regular name. Megan, super hot. Damn. Kind of weak sauce. Her real name is Megan. Did you know Megan's life force and powers are dependent upon the mystic forces within the British Isle? Okay. Her gypsy parents thought their newborn daughter was a demon when she was born, since the infant Megan was covered with animal like fur. As she grew, she came to regard herself as a freak, forever apart from the rest of the human race. In time, however, Megan discovered that she was a mutant possessing the superhuman power of metamorphosis, the ability to change her shape and appearance. Since then, she has taken on the lovely form she now bears, except when using her powers to fight evil alongside her friends in the team of heroes known as Excalibur. So Excalibur is like the British version of the X-Men, I guess. Megan. That's hilarious. Oh, we got Storm. Storm in the house. They definitely used her for the X-Men movies. Look at that. Kind of weak sauce. Did you know Storm suffers from claustrophobia, the fear of cramped, enclosed spaces because of childhood accident that killed her parents and left her buried alive? That's crazy. The awesome forces of nature are Storm's to command. Using her mutant ability to control the weather, she can fly by soaring on the wind, hurl power bolts of lightning, even summon a hurricane in a blink of an eye. Though she grew up as a thief on the streets of Cairo, and later was hailed as a goddess by the tribes of East Africa, she has finally found her true role in the life as X-Men's leader. Right on, right on. Let's go ahead and put these back where they belong. It's always difficult to do this one-handed, so I'm going to have to put the phone down for a second. Hope you guys are enjoying this. These are like I say, they belong to my brother, my older brother, when he had these, but he doesn't have them anymore. So let's get these two new cards. We have, what is that? Hawkeye. Ooh, Hawkeye. And we also have Invisible Woman. Let's check out their little powers, shall we? So Hawkeye, he's kind of weak sauce. Did you know Hawkeye is married to the acrobat adventurer known as Mockingbird? His real name is Clint Barton. Interesting. He's like a bow and arrow guy. And then this is Invisible Woman. Real name is Susan Richards. Did you know Sue first met her husband, the famous Mr. Fantastic, at the tender age of 12? Aw. What? Who? How? The answer is clear. It must be the ever incredible Invisible Woman. It's funny. Fantastic Four. Not my favorite characters, but they're okay. Let me see if I can do this one-handed. Would be pretty skillful of me if I could. Nope, nope. It's always the top ones that I have trouble with. I got to use my two hands for this. It's kind of these little card holders are tricky. There we go. There we go. Let's pull out. Oh, we got Silver Surfer. And let's put this one back. Silver Surfer. Let's check him out, huh? Let me switch the camera over. Look at that. Pretty sweet. They made a Silver Surfer movie, right? I haven't seen it. Dang! He's got strength, speed, durability through the charts. Way powerful, super powerful. Real name is Norin Rad. That's funny. Did you know the Silver Surfer's cosmic surfboard responds to his mental commands? When the distant world of Zenla was threatened by the planet-devouring being known as Galactus, Norin Rad saved it at the price of his own freedom. He agreed to become Galactus' herald and was transformed into the cosmically powered Silver Surfer. His duty was to seek out planets to satisfy his new master's hunger. However, when Galacticus threatened Earth, the Surfer rebelled and was imprisoned there for years. The Surfer eventually found a way to escape Earth and now soars the spaceways once more. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Pretty sweet. Silver Surfer. I haven't seen the movie. Is it good? Probably should put it on my list. And it is so difficult to get it back in there with just one hand. I gotta do a two-hander thing here. All right. Ooh, these are on the other opposite side. So we have some more characters here. We have Captain Britain. Did you know there's a Captain Britain? I didn't. I don't think you knew there was a Captain Britain. It's pretty interesting. Looks like the card got bent. We got a Captain America and a Captain Britain. We have Green Goblin. We have She-Hulk. I think when they made that show, I don't think anybody liked it. We have Jigsaw over here. It's, oh, sweet. Oh, we have a second Hawkeye. Or no, did I already do that one? Just put it reversed. I just reversed. Yeah. This guy looks interesting. This guy's name is Nick Fury. Is this the Nick Fury? Where does that sound familiar? Nick Fury. Did you know before Nick Fury joined S.H.I.E.L.D., he was a top agent for the CIA? Ah, that's why. You know him from the S.H.I.E.L.D. Nick Fury. Let's see. A two-fisted, hard-nosed sergeant in World War II, Nick Fury led the American combat squad, the Howling Commandos, famous for their daring, spectacular wartime exploits. A born leader of men, Nick, now colonel, directs the international super spy network S.H.I.E.L.D. He's a black belt, a fearless pilot, a ship's captain, and a master of weapons technology whose very attire is cluttered with highly advanced guns, gadgetry for ultra modern missions. Upon seeing Fury, one could rightfully say, there goes a one man army. That's funny. Pretty badass. Nick Fury. Let's put you back, Nick Fury. We have the Hulk. We have Ghost Rider fighting Spider-Man. It's pretty interesting. Let's check out the Hulk here. Oh, let's check out Jigsaw as well. We got Jigsaw. This guy looks like just a regular criminal his face has been cut up, kind of like the Joker. It's kind of weak sauce though. Let's see. Jigsaw was once brainwashed into believing that he was the Punisher by a vigilant group that sought to create an army of Punishers. That's hilarious. I had no idea that was the story. Somebody out there was trying to make an army of Punishers by brainwashing them. That's hilarious. A former mobster whose dashing good looks were destroyed in a fight with the Punisher. Jigsaw wears a patchwork face that reflects his cracked, jagged soul, driven by hatred and a burning desire for revenge. He's he's left his career as a common criminal behind and now takes part in schemes for world domination. The Punisher regards him as too stupid to engineer his own plan for conquest, but he knows that in a hand to hand or gun to gun fight, there are few people tougher, meaner, and deadlier than Jigsaw. So this is a guy who fights the Punisher, then, huh? Pretty interesting. That could be a good one. The Hulk, or just Hulk. I bet his strength is through the roof. It's got to be through the charts. Oh yeah, there you go. His strength is through the charts. Bruce Banner. These days, the Hulk no longer turns back into Bruce Banner. He is always the Hulk. Holy crap! That's insane. So at some point, he's just permanently the Hulk. That's pretty crazy. He's 1,040 pounds. Bruce Banner was a brilliant, mild-mannered scientist until accidental exposure to the radiation of gamma-ray bomb unleashed his hidden dark side and turned him into a raging brute with incalculable strength. To his horror, Banner became the green-skinned Hulk whenever he grew angry. Over the years, the Hulk took several forms, including a smarter but weaker gray-skinned version. Recently, Banner succeeded in integrating all these personalities into a single man. The scientist's brains with the powerful green body and the gray skin attitude, the toughest Hulk yet. So I didn't know that. I didn't know that he turned into like a weaker version of the Hulk and he was gray. I didn't know that. Ooh, Wolverine. Everyone's favorite. Everyone's favorite. My favorite too. I got an old Wolverine shirt from the '90s that I still have. Wolverine, the guy who can't die. Let's see. Wolverine's healing powers make him virtually immune to poisons and drugs. Rough and rugged brawler with razor sharp, indestructible claws, Wolverine remains on the side of right while testing the definition of good guy by playing fast and loose with the rules. He's a wild, wide open warrior willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done. His spectacularly savage offense is equaled only by his own astounding ability to absorb punishment thanks to an unbreakable adamantium reinforced skeleton and his inborn mutant gifts of super speedy self healing. Wolverine heroism, cutting edge. Pretty badass. I didn't know his story about how they scientists change his bones to this like indestructible metal. Who do we have here? Kingpin. I can get my fingernail underneath there. That one's kind of tight. We have to use both hands for this one. Sorry. Kingpin. I've always liked Kingpin as a bad guy. I don't know. I think he's kind of interesting. He's a large guy. Look at him. He kind of reminds me of Biggie. Wilson Fisk. Kingpin's diamond neck pin sprays a jet of powerful sleeping gas. I didn't know that. He's got a little sleeping gas thing that he sprays out. A rock solid man mountain. Wilson Fisk has but one goal: to hold New York City in his massively corrupt clutches. This callous crime boss not only calls the shots among the city's crooked, be they seedy or sophisticated, but holds his own in hand to hand combat against courageous crime stoppers such as Daredevil and Spider Man. If thievery has a throne, it must be built big enough to support a gargantuan gangland god, the Kingpin. He's just a really big guy. It's so funny. Doctor Doom. Aren't they? Isn't what's his face who played Iron Man going to play Doctor Doom? Did they already make that movie? Or are they making it? Doctor Doom. Interesting. Who's Doctor Doom? Real name Victor Von Doom. Did you know Doctor Doom uses robot duplicates of himself that are so flawless that no one can tell the difference? Interesting. If there's an evil wind blowing anywhere in the world, chances are Doctor Doom has stirred it up. Descended from gypsy parents, Doom has used his mastery of both science and black magic to take control of his homeland of Latveria, using it as a base from which to launch his plans of world conquest. Aloof and commanding, his brilliant mind is forever fixated on two goals: the utter domination of the human race and the total destruction of his hated enemies, the Fantastic Four. We got Green Goblin here. Green Goblin, Norman Osborn, which that actor who plays him did such a good job. Did you know the Green Goblin's weapons were later adopted by the supervillain known as Hobgoblin? Yeah, pretty interesting. There's a Hobgoblin, and then there's the Green Goblin. Hmm, pretty interesting. Let's go continue. We got quite a bit to go here. One, two, three, four, five. About five more pages. We've already done one, two, three, four pages. We'll take a little sippy, little sippy break. I don't know what to call it. Just a little. So what do you guys think of those cards? Pretty interesting, huh? They're original 1991 Marvel cards. All right, let's continue. Let's continue on here. We have the Red Skull. Who else do we have here? Ooh, Galacticus. He's supposed to be a crazy. Yeah, look at that. Strength through the charts, speed through the charts, durability, intelligence. His height is 28 feet and 9 inches. He weighs 18.2 tons. Dang. That's insane. Galacticus. Did you know the cosmically powered hero known as the Silver Surfer once served as Galacticus' herald? The last survivor of the universe which existed before ours, the being who became Galacticus was once mortal. When the life cycle of his universe came to an end, he escaped death to be reborn into the new universe which sprang from the ashes of the old one. After millions of years of incubation in a cocoon of cosmic energy, he emerged transformed into Galacticus, the devourer of worlds. Since that fatal day, he has prowled the universe seeking to sate his ravenous hunger by draining the energy from living planets. Pretty crazy. So he was just a mortal that when his universe died, he became this thing after a while. That's kind of interesting. Red Skull. I've always liked Red Skull as a bad guy. I just thought he was pretty cool. Look at that. Oh, he's got some pretty high up there agility and stamina. Johann Schmidt. It's funny. The Red Skull hideous appearance was once only a mask, but it is now permanent as a result of exposure to his own dust of death. For over 50 years, the world has trembled before the evil presence of the arch-villain known as the Red Skull. Originally an agent of Nazi Germany, handpicked by Adolf Hitler himself, the Red Skull has long since outlived the Third Reich. Rejuvenated and reborn with a strong young body cloned from that of his heroic archenemy Captain America, he now pursues his goal of total world domination as the absolute master of a globe-spanning criminal empire. So he was cloned from Captain America? That's pretty crazy. Or he somehow cloned and transferred his self to that. That's kind of interesting. All these little interesting bits really paint the full picture. Yeah, I gotta use two hands for this. Sorry, guys. It's just a little difficult to do this top one with just one hand. So we got Sabretooth coming up. If I can get this. Did I get it? Yeah, I got it. We got Sabretooth and Fin Fang Foom. What the heck is this thing? Holy crap. I don't know what Fin Fang Foom is, but it's pretty crazy looking. Yeah, it's like a giant dragon. Let's take a look here. Fing Fang Foom. What is this? Pretty intense. Real name, Fing Fang Foom. Strength through the roof, stamina through the roof, durability through the roof. It's always the bad guys that have like through the roof everything. Do you know only the scent of a rare Chinese herb can return Fing Fang Foom to his century-spanning slumber? Feng Fang Foom is an extremely ancient and powerful dragon who slumbers beneath the Great Wall of China. His awesome strength, acid breath, and impervious hide make him an unstoppable juggernaut of destruction when awakened. And once awake, his contempt for the human species compels him to direct his vast power toward a single savage goal: the extermination of all mankind. Dang. Fin Fang Foom. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's crazy. Sabretooth. Always kind of reminded me of Wolverine a little bit. Sabretooth. Yeah, he's pretty strong. Did you know it's rumored that Sabretooth may in actuality be the father of the heroic X-Men known as Wolverine? What? What? That just blew my mind. Sabretooth his is Wolverine's father. The mutant Sabretooth has been called the ultimate assassin, and with good reason. His superhuman senses, incredible endurance, spectacular agility, and his ultra sharp claws and teeth make him murderously efficient. But what really sets him apart is how bloodthirsty he is. Aided by his mutant fast healing ability, he has fearless he is as fearless as he is fearsome. Only his arch enemy, the mutant Wolverine, has been able to survive a fight with him. Sabretooth even scares his allies. They know that when his thirst for blood is great, no one, not even someone on his side, is safe. That's crazy. So this is potentially Wolverine's father, Sabretooth. Interesting. Sorry, I gotta set the phone down for a second and use my two hands to put these back in here. Ugh, these are so. Just the top ones that are tricky. Top ones are tricky to get back into the card holder, but the rest seem to be pretty easy. There you go. This is we got Magneto coming up here. Magneto and some weird character named Mojo. I'll show you guys. Magneto, pretty awesome. He's not as strong as I thought. He can get some durability. No, did you know for a short period of time, Magneto reformed and served as a mentor to the X-Men and the New Mutants? Yeah, you knew that from the movie. Magneto is an evil mutant whose power is the absolute control of magnetism. He spent his 10 years in a Nazi concentration camp and was the only member of his family to survive. As his powers developed, he came to believe that mutant kind must ensure its survival by enslaving mankind. Over the years, only the heroic efforts of the mutant team known as the X-Men have prevented mankind from falling victim to the master of magnetism's fatal attraction. Pretty badass. Magneto. This guy's strange. What is this thing? Mojo. He's actually really weak. Strength is weak. He's pretty weak sauce. Did you know the hero known as Longshot was originally one of Mojo's slaves? The grotesque alien ruler of an entire world in a strange parallel dimension, Mojo possesses a superhuman intellect, horribly twisted by madness. Mojo believes that all living things exist only for his own amusement and has used his alien sciences to create billions of living slaves who live or die at his whim. Recently, he learned of the existence of Earth and has turned his attentions toward the enslavement of all mankind. Yeah, he looks pretty psycho. Look at this guy, Mojo. Pretty crazy, dude. Pretty sick looking. All right, these are the cards that go on the top, so I gotta use both hands. Ooh, we got a character named Green Reaper. Grim Reaper. Sorry, not green. Yeah, he's like, there we go. There we go. Let's get you back home. Get you safe. We got, let's turn the page here. So, pretty interesting. We pulled two cards out here. We have here Mandarin. Oh, he looks pretty weak sauce. Yeah, he is. Mandarin? Really? Did you know Mandarin was responsible for awakening the dragon known as Fing Fang Foom? Ah, this guy's responsible for Fing Fang Foom. Interesting. A direct descendant of Genghis Khan. Ooh. The Mandarin has employed his scientific genius and merciless cunning to forge a worldwide criminal empire with the blood of conquerors flowing in his veins. He wears 10 alien rings, each of which possess a different and devastating ability. Driven by a ruthless thirst for power, he seeks nothing less than total world domination with himself as the founder of a new dynasty, one that will grind humanity beneath its heel. Direct descendant of Genghis Khan. This guy's Tombstone. This guy looks interesting. Tombstone. He's pretty. He's got some durability. He's got some strength. Lonnie Lincoln. Did you know, even though Tombstone and Joe Robertson have tried to kill each other on several occasions, Tombstone still considers Joe his best friend? That's hilarious. As an albino, Lonnie Lincoln was an outcast, but he used his size to bully others and earned the nickname Tombstone. Becoming a professional killer, Tombstone attracted the attention of a boyhood friend, the Daily Bugle's managing editor, Joe Robertson, who threatened to turn him in. In the ensuing struggle between the two, Joe shot Lonnie, causing him to fall into an experimental preservative gas, granting him superhuman strength and rock hard skin, and making Tombstone a graver threat than ever. That's funny. Tombstone. That's a pretty interesting character. Let's put you back, shall we? Kind of like this character. It's kind of cool. This Tombstone character. It's pretty cool. Who do we have here? We know this guy from Spider-Man, don't we? We have the Lizard. Who's this? Ulick. Ulick? Ulick? Yeah, he's pretty strong. Did you know Ulick's excellent infrared vision lets him see perfectly even in the darkest conditions? Interesting. About this guy, Lizard. We know about the Lizard, don't we? Wasn't he in a movie? Did you know the lizard can mentally communicate with all reptiles within his vicinity? That's funny. I did not know that. Let's put him back in there. Look at this guy though. This guy looks pretty cool. Mysterio behind him. Grim Reaper. Let's check out Mysterio first. Dang, he's pretty weak. I thought he'd be a lot stronger than that. I mean, he has such a cool look. You think he would be pretty strong. It's funny. Real name Quentin Beck. Did you know Mysterio's distinctive fishbowl headgear has an independent air supply which allows him to breathe even underwater? That's cool. Looks like an astronaut. Grim Reaper, like the actual Grim Reaper, or is this just the guy who took the name? Eric Williams. His durability is through the roof. Holy cow, that's crazy. He's got amazing durability. Did you know the Grim Reaper is the older brother of Simon Williams, also known as Wonder Man? Pretty cool. All right, let's put you back in your place. Oh, we got Loki in this. That's pretty cool. We got Loki. Who else? Loki and Death Watch. Pretty interesting. Loki. He's pretty powerful. Loki once used an enchantment to turn Thor into a frog. That's funny. Death Watch. He's kind of weak sauce. When Death Watch reads memories, his victims experience intense agony, which only adds to Death Watch's pleasure. Interesting. Let's go ahead and put these back, shall we? Who's this guy? Sauron? Another giant reptilian creature, supervillain. What do we have here? Oh, this guy looks interesting. Super Skrull. He's like a combination of all those Fantastic Four. Then we have Sauron. He's from Lord of the Rings. What does it say here? Did you know to keep his strength up, Sauron must refuel periodically by feeding on someone's life force? If he goes too long without feeding, he reverts to human form. Interesting. He looks like a dinosaur bird, doesn't he? Oh, let's go put him in here. What do we got here? This guy looks interesting. Super Skrull. Skrillex. Do you know Super Skrull also possesses strange hypnotic powers of which not much is yet known? The Super Skrull is a sinister shapeshifter who loves to ape the abilities of his favorite foes, the Fantastic Four. Interesting. Look at this guy. And Anilius. How do you say that? Yeah. We have Chameleon. Pretty interesting character there. Pretty weak sauce. Little is known about the man called the Chameleon. He began his criminal career as a spy for a hostile foreign power using his talents as a makeup artist to operate in disguise. But when he impersonated Spider Man, the web spinning hero fought to clear his name and expose the imposter. Since then, the Chameleon have subjugated himself to a treatment that made his face featureless and malleable. No longer relying upon masks, the chameleon is at large today, perhaps sitting right next to you. Did you know that Chameleon's favorite actor is the late Lon Chaney Sr., who was known as the Man of a Thousand Faces? Interesting. This guy looks pretty intense, but he's got super strength. Card's a little fucked up. Yeah, he's pretty powerful. Spawned in a bizarre antimatter universe called the Negative Zone, the inhuman monstrosity known as Annihilus dreams incessantly of conquest, first of his own strange cosmos and then of ours. Did you know among the alien races of the Negative Zone, Annihilus is known as the living death that walks? Annihilus. All right, let's put you back in your place. Ooh, look at these guys. This guy kind of has a bit of a Wolverine Sabretooth thing going on. We got Kang, Nebula, Saracen, Puma. Then we have these weird little like I don't know what to call them. They're just like a lot of characters there. Baron Mordo, Rhino, Absorbing Man. Interesting. Doctor Octopus. Oh, look at that! I even got a Doctor Octopus. I don't know if I'm going to go through all the backs of them just because there's so many of them. I'm just going to run through. Who's this? I got a big glare. Blackout. Looks pretty interesting. Calypso. Ultron. Thanos. Oh, there's Hobgoblin. These are like scenes. Spider-Man versus Lizard. X-Men versus Sentinels. Adventures versus Ultron. Yeah, these are like almost like scenes. Wolverine versus Sabretooth. Fantastic Four versus Skrulls. Spider-Man versus Venom. Ooh, that's a cool one. Captain America versus Red Skull. Daredevil versus Elektra. Avengers versus Kang. Silver Surfer versus Thanos. X-Men versus Magneto. Silver Surfer versus Galacticus. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish off here and just kind of skim. There's so many. I'm just gonna skim through these. Yeah, these look like little like scenes, like this guy versus this guy. Punisher versus Jigsaw. X Factor versus Apocalypse. I've always liked Apocalypse. Pretty cool. Pretty interesting bad guy. Punisher versus Kingpin. Spider Man versus Doctor Octopus. Daredevil versus Bullseye. Isn't Bullseye played by Will Smith in that movie? Thing versus Hulk. Thor versus Ulick. Daredevil versus Punisher. Ooh, that would be an interesting movie. Wolverine versus Hulk. And then we're kind of back to characters here. We got Bucky. Looks kind of old school. Thor's hammer. Ultimate nullifier. I'm not sure. I think it's the weapons. I think these are like weapons. What do we have here? We have Superman versus J. Jonah Jameson. What? X-Men versus what do you say that? Marauders. Silver Surfer versus Mephisto. Wow, crazy looking. Doctor Strange versus Baron Mordo. Fantastic Four versus Doctor Doom. Who's up here? Nick Fury versus Baron Strucker. Iron Man versus Mandarin. Oh yeah. Hulk versus Leader. Look at that guy. His name is Leader. He's like some weird alien dude. Wolverine's claws. Iron Man's armor. Mandarin's rings. It's like they're highlighting their weapon. Captain America's shield. Daredevil's billy club. Dr. Octopus's arms. Spider-Man's web shooters. Punisher's arsenal. Dang, that's pretty cool actually. Infinity Gauntlet. Oh yeah, the rings in the hand. Quasar's quantum bands. New Fantastic Four. That's interesting. That's a really different take on the Fantastic Four. The new Fantastic Four. You got Ghost Rider, a gray kind of Hulk, Spider Man, and Wolverine. That would be different. Rage. X Force. Yeah, it's a different group of X Men, I guess. Captain America versus Baron Zemo. Look at this guy. Interesting. The Avengers working together. X Factor. Got Cyclops. Not sure who that is. Is that Silver Surfer? It looks like, or Beast. I don't know. Oh, Craven. They made a Craven movie. That's pretty cool. I actually like Craven. He's pretty cool. Pretty badass. Marauders. A team of bad guys, I think. Avengers West Coast. That's funny. There's Iron Man. Masters of Evil. Ooh. Fantastic Four. Excalibur. I think this is the like British X-Men. There's just a scene there, some Spider-Man scenes. Ooh, look at that. It's Ghost Rider. Yeah, some of these are different. Ooh, Gambit. We got Gambit. That's pretty awesome. All right, last page. We have this guy named Banshee. That's interesting. And some more of these cards. Anyways, That's it. That's a pretty cool one. But here we go. These are all the cards that I have. These are all original 1991 cards. It's crazy to think back. It's 2025, and these cards are from 1991. It's just crazy to think about. And I'm going to keep holding on to them. I don't plan on selling them. Some of them are kind of damaged. Just because, like I said, when we were kids, we would play with them. But pretty interesting. There's so many characters. Like, there's a bunch of characters that I just was not aware of. Um, you know, so there's plenty of opportunities for Marvel to keep making movies, really change things up with some of these other characters. But I thought that was interesting. Punisher's badass. I thought it was interesting that you have the new Fantastic Four. I find that really interesting. Ghost Rider, Wolverine, Spider Man, this like Gray Hulk. I find that very interesting. That'd be a very different, interesting movie. Like, who would it be? Nicolas Cage, and then whoever plays Peter Parker, and then the guy who plays Wolverine all the time. That would be pretty different. Freaking Wolverine and Ghost Rider. What? Spider Man? That's so weird. That's so different. That'd be interesting. Anyways, my dog's outside barking. I better let her in. Anyways, I wanted to share that. I have no idea if any of this is worth any money. Like I said, some of it's kind of damaged, some of them are in good condition, but these are original 1991 cards. Anyways, just felt like sharing. Anyways, thanks for sticking around. I know that was a lot. Um, Freaking Ghost Rider. I love Ghost Rider. Anyways, yeah, give me a like if you enjoyed that and whatnot. If you're new to the channel, building up those subscribers, I would appreciate it. All right, everybody have a good night. I'll see y'all later.